Hey there folks, how you doing? Just a really quick video for you from Adventures in Internet Marketing, and in this one I'm going to look at a tool which will help you to determine how successful your website is in terms of the amount of time it takes for it to load. Now this is an important factor when it comes to your search engine optimization of your site, because basically if your site doesn't load quickly enough, then it's less likely to do well in the search engines because it's not providing its content in a timely way. Now this is not something that's massively important as of yet within Google, but it's becoming more and more important, and obviously as it becomes more important, then it's going to be more of a factor in how Google actually determines how well you rank. So this is something you can use. Now you need to go to tools.pingdom.com/FPT, and it will take you to this page right here. This is the full page test feature which Pingdom provides, and basically what you do, very simple, you just come up here and you put in your web address. In this case I'll put in the one for my own blog, and then click on test now. Now what it will do is it will run a diagnostic test, and it will open your site as if it was doing it from a browser. It does it from various different parts of the world. So for example, you can see that there's Dallas, Texas right there. Up there at the top, that's where it's currently testing it from, but I've had it search from places like the east coast of America. I've had Australia. I've had kind of all over the world really. One from the United Kingdom. So you can see what's loading and how quickly it's loading. And in this case, it's taken 4.51 seconds, which is a bit too long in my opinion. It actually needs to be more like 2 seconds really. You need to be able to type it in and load it up, and it immediately comes up. Now I've actually installed a plugin which is going to help me with this, and it's already starting to have an effect, but I need to kind of tweak it a little bit. And this is helping my page load time. So you can see down here underneath it that there's currently this is what's causing the problem right here. It's actually just the file path, the actual home page itself is causing the issue. So maybe I need to look at the actual theme that I'm using, which is something I'm going to be changing in the next few days anyway. And then there's also these other extra elements as well, and you can see all the elements that are being loaded all the way through the site and how long they're taking. So you can also see the order. So right here, this is where it starts up here and it ends down at the bottom right about here. And this is the last thing to start loading right here at the bottom. This is from Shareaholic, so that's the share buttons that are at the bottom of all my posts. So it's really interesting to see what's taking the longest amount of time. There's one here. This is a pop-up just here. It's taking a few moments to connect, so it's actually taking a little bit too long to do that. There's also the menu separator just there. That's again taking a bit too long to come up as well. So that's a theme issue right there. There's a few others as well within the theme that could do with being a bit quicker. As you can see right here, some of these elements just here are taking a bit too long to load, perhaps because the images, the PNG images, are a little bit too large. So these are all things I can go ahead and start working on in order to get my site up a little bit quicker. I can continue to test it again if I want to. I can click on test now. It sometimes goes from different parts of the world, sometimes it doesn't, but in this case it looks like it might load a bit quicker this time, so it's worth doing it. You see this one, look, see 2.54 seconds this time, which is almost half what it was last time. So you can see that sometimes it will vary in terms of your results, but generally speaking, if you do this, let's say 3 or 4 times, and then just average out the amount of time it takes to load, that'll give you a good idea of the average as well. So that's a really good little tool for you right there. It's called it's from Pingdom, pingdom.com, and it's the Pingdom full page test. As I say, you can go to tools.pingdom.com/FPT, or just go ahead into Google and type in Pingdom full page test, and you'll find it. Pingdom, obviously spelled here Pingdom. So that's that. I hope that's been useful for you. It's a really good tool that actually will allow you to see how quick your website is loading, and then also shows you which elements are taking the longest to load. Just a quick example, I actually installed a plugin last week on my blog, which I've now taken down again. The plugin is what I've taken down as opposed to the whole blog, but I basically removed the plugin because it was taking 23 seconds to load just on its own. It was just loading and loading and loading and taking such a long time. So I just decided that it was really not worth having that on there, considering how long it took to load. So I removed it, and it's just a good thing to do, to go ahead and check your site and see what's taking the longest to load, and if you can optimize it. I've written a post that helps you to optimize your own site, and you can find that in the video description of this video. video, and you'll also find a link to the Pingdom tool that I've spoken about here as well. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do go ahead and subscribe for more videos like this, and also go ahead and check out that post just underneath this video in the video description, and I'll see you sometime either here on my channel or on my blog.